So thanks for coming. This is a New York Challenger. Today's guest is Jonathan Tanigaki-san. Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Yes. So where are you right now?
So right now I am in Los Angeles. I used to come from New York. I lived in New York for all through college, and I'm originally from New Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. But I've been in LA for over almost like around a year and a half now. So I'm still kind of new here, but it's been good. It's nice weather.
Great. So, how do you like living in LA compared to living in New York and metropolitan area?
There's both like good and bad things about each and every one of them. I think the nice thing about LA is that there's so many things to do. The city's bigger. You can never go wrong with the weather and the things there. It keeps you in a good mood. The people there are very open and nice. I would say on New York's end, what's nice about New York is that everything is together. You don't need transportation. You just need the subway. You just need a Metro card, and you can get anywhere. And you can do 10 things throughout the day. In LA, you can't. So in LA, the traffic's really bad. It's hard to get anywhere without a car.
So you've been acting for quite a while, and then you and me did work together.
Yeah.
It was a couple of months ago on the film. In documentary Hiroshima.
Yeah, 2-3 months ago, I think. That's an interesting story of how that came up, because I was here during that time,
right.
And they had a casting for it, and they said like, you don't have any lines, it's fine, don't worry about it. So I sent a self-tape, and it was pretty much me like crying, and that was pretty much it, like reacting to everything that was happening in Hiroshima. And they happened to like it, and they asked me who would be good for your father.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, there might be like a few people, but also it's like, first they have to be in New York. Second, like Nihonji.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be Japanese, and also kind of look like you.
Mm-hmm.
Like you guys are related. So then the first person that came into my head was you, and I was hoping, if they can get Taro-san, that would be great, because we already worked with each other. There already some good chemistry with that. So if he's free, if he can get it, if they like him, then I'm going to be very excited for this project, more than I already am.
Oh yes, thank you so much. I was so happy to work with you guys.
I remember right before we filmed, it started sinking in. I was thinking, I don't want to do a bad job, because not only you don't want to do a bad job in general, but this is a very personal, very serious story that you don't want to misrepresent.
Yes.
I was like, ちょっとプレッシャーがちょっとどうしよう。
And we have to, we have to speak in Japanese with Hiroshima dialect.
Oh my goodness, Hiroshima dialect is so hard. But
yeah,
so good thing she was there, Akiko-san.
Right.
Yeah.
So, Jonathan, what made you decide to become an actor?
I think when I was a little kid, I always wanted to do a little bit of everything. I watched movies like Jurassic Park and Maze Runner and all those Harry Potter, those big franchises, and I always just wanted to be in the world. Like, it was very immersive. And then when I started getting into anime, I was like, there's so many places that you can go, and so many experiences they can do, and so many jobs, arts, activity I want to do. And I was thinking, how can I do this and that and this and all of this? How can I go into the medical field? How can I go be an adventure or something? And I remember watching Maze Runner, and all my friends said to me, you should be in that movie. You look like, why aren't you in that movie? And I thought, oh, why can't I be in that movie? Like, why can't I just be filmed like in that world? So I already started acting really young, did a few commercials, and I was in the musical production of my high school for a very, very young age because they needed more boys, and my sister signed me up without me knowing. So I had to do it. And then that's when I fell in love with acting in general. So then I started doing acting, going to conservatories, going to college for it, and also working after that. Yeah.
Mm. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So when you did the first gig, as an actor or in something like acting, were you a kid?
I think the first thing, I don't know what age I was, but I was definitely like a kid. It was when the Wii was out, and it was when the Olympics weren't decided. It was either going to be in Rio or Tokyo, right? Mm-hmm. So they needed a Brazilian kid or a Japanese kid. Mm-hmm. And pretty much the thing was they wanted to bring back baseball into the Olympics because baseball was taken out, and baseball is very popular in Japan. So it was like, even though it's like, it was supposed to, like, my line was like, 2016年のオリンピックに野球を戻してください. That was like the phrase. And then I did like a Wii, like a Wii Sports baseball or something, right? So that was my first experience with it. And that was when I was really young. It didn't show because the Olympics went to Rio. Mm-hmm. But I started there, and then I haven't done anything really film related. I did a lot of musical stuff. That's when I went to college for training, just like in stage acting, because I knew that I had to do like dance, tap, and gymnastics, like all that stuff, and singing as well, all that. And then after that is when I started really going after getting a commercial agent, and only after graduating college I really started working in New York City. I was doing a couple film gigs. My first one was with Disney, where I played a dad when I was like right after college, which is weird because my kid was like 10 years old, and I was like, oh, this doesn't make sense. But after that, I started doing commercials, doing a couple short films just to build up the resume. This is like for mostly Japanese clients or Japanese people. So you might actually see me in Japan. You don't see me in America, but if I play I play a character called Taro in声行動のコマーシャルで、Taro の役をやってます。And he's like a really goofy, crazy guy. So if people in Japan recognize me, that's probably where they recognize me. And it's like the声行動 mobile game. Yeah. So I started like picking it up a little bit over in New York, and then once I got picked up by a manager over here, I started working a lot more over here.
I see. And so it seems like because you moved to LA means you are more into a like film industry than the theater industry. So what's the difference between the theater acting and the film acting for you?
I think I like both of them. I like going back and forth. Mm-hmm. But I've been doing musicals mostly all my life, and I kind of wanted to be in film always. Mm-hmm. I like musicals just as much. It's just that as a minority, as a Japanese person, you're already put in a pigeonhole like King and I, or Flower Drum Song, or Allegiance. Those are like the three musicals that are Asian centric. Miss Saigon, of course, stuff like that. And I wanted to be like the story about me, or like I wanted to be a lead pretty much. I didn't want to be a dancer, just a dancer. I did a couple of shows where like I did Cats, and then I did Newsies.